Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another day in the life of a male medical assistant. And we're still in the phlebotomy section. Like I said, we're still studying for the NHA. Like I said, a week from now is going to be the certification test. So every single day we're going to be taking a practice test. And today I have an actual exam for the class that I have to study for. So I'll take you through a little bit of that with me because I have to study the tube orders, the values, the departments where the tubes go. I'm sure I got to know the additives and stuff like that. So it's quite a bit to study, but I'll take you guys in my journey. I cannot speak this morning because I just woke up not too long ago. But anyway, let's get to school. Hey guys, so I'm currently driving right now. I know it's a little dark and the lighting is kind of terrible, but it's early in the morning and there's not much sunlight early in the morning. But I figured I'd take this drive or this time as I'm driving to explain why I haven't been uploading. I do have a few vlogs that I haven't put out, but I didn't like how the way they came out because they were kind of all over the place and they weren't as entertaining in my opinion. So I figured I include everything that you guys missed in this vlog and then what's going on now. So, basically, the last vlog I left is we were doing dermal sticks, so like capillary sticks or finger sticks, which, they had several names for. And we actually completed our 10 of that, did the, the return. We all passed. And then after that, we started practicing venipunctures, which is, the main thing of phlebotomy, in my opinion, like the most exciting part. So we started practicing with these fake arms. So I'll include pictures of the fake arms. And we started practicing the technique, like the steps, like you introduce yourself, you verify the patient, you tell the patient why you're there, you get consent from them, you wash hands, don gloves, all that whole step, you get your equipment and stuff like that. So I'll try to take a picture of my list and post it right on the video so that way you guys can see what it looks like and then kind of go over it. Maybe, prepare early for it. Because if you're just going to start phlebotomy soon and you kind of want to get a head start on the list, I'll include that in this video. So I'll put a picture of that. So yeah, we did that for actually a few days because we were supposed to get 30 sticks after we did the fake arms. So we practiced on the fake arms and then our teacher surprised us and saying we're going to practice on each other. We had no idea we were going to practice on each other on the second day of sticking the fake arms. So, yeah, that's pretty big. Hold on, let me change the air here. It's kind of hot. And I'm stuck behind the truck, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. So, yeah, what was I saying? So the second day after we practiced on the fake arms, we also did fake hands as well. We started sticking on each other out of nowhere, and of course I didn't think I was ready, and I felt like I wasn't, but it was a good push because you're gonna have to get out of that comfort zone anyway because it's a big thing and it's a big procedure, and it's our first time actually using the longer needles on each other because we only used the dermal needles, which is just a quick prick and that's it. This one is like a 21 gauge needle going into someone's arm. So we did that. My first day of sticking wasn't that great because I couldn't draw blood. I was getting frustrated, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Like my instructor, my teacher was saying I had the technique down perfect, but she was as confused as I was why I wasn't drawing blood. And then again, I did have 3 girls who were a little bit hard of a stick, so those were my first 3, was doing them. It wasn't, I had one that you could barely feel the vein, like you can feel it, but you couldn't see that at all. And you got another one who you couldn't see that at all as well, and then one that had really thin veins. So I wanted to take the challenge on anyway, but I guess me biting off more than I can chew kind of put me in a slump. So the next day, the other instructor saw that I was having a bad time, so she went out of her way to find one of her students that had really good veins, and that was my first stick of the second day. So after I saw blood, which I is what would get me in the rhythm. I started getting all excited, so I started getting like, I literally missed maybe one stick that whole day, and that one stick was me trying to really hard like to find a challenge and see if I can get it. But like I said, I missed one stick that day, so I did 5 out of 6 sticks, I believe. No, sorry, 6 out of 7 sticks that day, because I got 6 sticks in a row, successful sticks. So I drew blood. So that was the second day, so I was, in my groove. I had my technique down perfect. I was drawing blood. I was getting I was getting my sticks I needed towards my 30, which it's a lot of sticks if you think about it. But yeah. So I did that, and then I actually was able to experience do real hands. I think I was the only person for the first few days doing hand sticks, and they were pretty successful. I only missed 2 out of the 5 or 6 hand sticks I did. Yeah, I did quite a bit. Teacher showed me a better technique how to hold the vein taut and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool. But like I said, 6 of my sticks were 6 or 5 were hand sticks, which is with the butterfly needle, which is the ones that we use are a little bit of a smaller gauge, because remember, hand veins are a little smaller and they're a little bit fragile, and they're more superficial on some people's hands. Some people's hands you can't even see the veins, which is weird, but it just, everybody's anatomy is different. But like I said, I stuck a few people. All we had to do was see blood in the syringe part, because in the syringe, like right after the needle, there's like a clear part where you see blood go through, and then there's a long plastic rubbery tube that comes out, and that's where you connect like your hub with the tube and stuff like that. So we only need to see blood like at the part that comes right out after the needle, and that's how you got a successful stick. So I was able to do that a few times. So I stuck a few people and did that, and it was a rush the whole time, I'm not gonna lie, because like a lot of us thinking that we had no idea how we were gonna get 30 sticks. We ended up finishing 36 in like 3 days technically, so because we had a rush of people going around from our school coming in. So we had the LPN class come in, help us out a little bit. We had the tech classes, both of the tech classes up top, so like the graphic design and another tech class which I can't remember, and then we had some people from the vet tech class, and we had people from I can't even say it, cosmetology, and then I probably said it wrong, and people from the barbering class come down as well, help us get sticks. And then we were able to bring people that we know that were able to volunteer. So my people didn't come until like literally the day before the last day, so I was able to get majority of my sticks. So I had my girlfriend come in, had 2 of my friends come in, and then I had my grandmother come in too. So I was able to get actually successful sticks out of all of them, so I did not miss ones on none of them. So I was able to count those down, so they helped me a lot, so I really appreciate them for that. And I was able to get my 30 sticks in the morning on the last day. They were actually all hand veins too. I had, the first one was a hard stick on the arm. I found this student was able to volunteer, but she said she was a little bit of a hard stick, so I was like, yeah, I'll take that challenge. I was feeling good about myself. I was able to get it, and it was in a weird angle too, but I got it. And then all the rest after that were hand veins that I practiced on. Some of my classmates are allowing me to do it, and then I was able to get my 30 sticks, and that was it. That was really the venture that I had, which was a little bit scary. Everybody was shaky at first, everybody's hands were jittery, but that was the experience. We stuck each other first, then we stuck other students, and then we stuck family and friends. And it was an adventure, it wasn't a ride, but it was so much fun. So that's pretty much what happened on all that time that I didn't post. But it was like a lot going on at once, because I was trying to like focus on that, and then not to take my mind away from that. And then I was also going to make a video kind of explaining what we went through that. I didn't think it was going to take a few weeks. It was like a few weeks of dermal sticks, and then studying, and then finally doing VP sticks and stuff like that. And now we're studying again, so it's nothing but book work every day, but it's review, and it's getting us ready for the NHA. So now, since I finally pulled up to school, I'm going to get to studying a little bit, so that way I can pass this exam. Because I do not like low grades. I like to get A's. I try my best to get A's. Sometimes I don't get an A, but that's okay. But I try my best to get this material stuck in my head and keep refreshing it. So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. So I will see you guys either during lunch or after school explaining to you what we did today, because today's the first day of practice NHA and I'm kind of nervous but excited for it. So let's get this day started. So this is some of the stuff I'm studying now in the car. This is the, the lab values. I spilled a little bit of orange juices here, so there's a little bit of stains there. It kind of looks gross, but we're studying a little bit of that. So I'm over here writing it down and stuff like that. And then there's the tube orders, which I'm studying a little bit. So this is what I have to look over. And then I gotta know the departments. These are just these are only like what, 2 of the departments, 3 of the departments, and there's plenty of more. I gotta know what 2 gets what. And this is actually the 85 or higher phlebotomy. So this is the test we take right before we take the certification, like the day before. So this is determine if we're ready. So if you get an 85 on this, you're guaranteed to pass the certification test normally in our class, and that's how it goes. So here's just some of the questions. I have not filled it out. I need to get on that, but yeah, I have to do that and get that done. So that's pretty much what I'm doing in the car. It is 7:01 now. It is 29 minutes until I gotta walk in, so I'm trying to get as much studying in. I'm trying to make sure I pass this exam, doing all this stuff. This is what I do in the car every single morning before class, study. So I'm deciding to kind of go over a little bit of what I'm studying. So let's do the tube order. So the first one on the tube order is the blood culture, which is a yellow top. So the additive is SPS, and then the test is a blood culture, and then you invert it 8 to 10 times, and it goes to microbiology. So invert it is when you grab the tube. Where's my pen? Here. So pretend this is the tube. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's it. You invert it 8 times. So for the yellow blood culture, you do that 8 times. And then for the light blue, which is the next one, the additive of it is sodium citrate. And that's when you get your, I want to say anticoagulant test. So it's going to be like your PT, PTT, BT, and Coumadin. And that's 3 to 4. You invert that to 3 to 4 times. And then guess where that goes, guys? Coagulation. Because it's got anticoagulate. It's got blood thinners in there. And then your next one is a serum, which I call tiger top. So the serums normally can be like red with yellow, or like red with black spots, or red with blue spots. It's normally spotted, but it's a serum test, and that one actually has no additives or clotting factors in it, which is it goes to chemistry and blood bank. So normally when you go to donate, you see them take like a few vials out, and you can see like those weird color red tops. That's what they're taking out. They test it for chemistry and stuff like that. And that one actually they invert it 5 times as their before they put it away. So that's another one. And then there's then green is next. That has heparin in it, and that tests your ammonia, your stat electrolyte, and stat chemistry. That's 8 to 10, and that goes to chemistry as well. And then you have lavender. So this is the way I think of it. I think of lavender and then I think of whole blood. So lavender has an EDTA in it. So it does, actually the testing that it does is CBC. Does your sickle cells. So examines if you have any sickle cells, or if you do, it monitors it when you bring it to the lab. And it has your ESR, so your inflammation. I know I did that out of order. And then your hemoglobin and hematocrit. Those get tested, and that goes to hematology, because it's like whole blood. It's doing like the actual blood cells itself. Hematology does everything to do with actual blood. No chemistry about it, just the components itself. And then dark blue, which is gray, is your next one, and that's gonna be with your sodium fluoride and K oxide, and that's gonna be your fasting blood sugar, GTTs, and blood alcohols, anything with your blood sugars, and that's another 8 to 10 invert, and that goes to chemistry. Yeah, a lot of these go to chemistry, as you can tell. And then dark blue, which is your last one, EDTA, that's gonna be your toxicology, so it's gonna test the potency of the drugs, and then it's gonna trace elements. Everybody knows what trace elements are. We went over that together in the vlog one day. And it's gonna test your zinc, lead, and copper. You invert it 8 times, and you send it to chemistry. That's pretty much it. That's really what I'm going over. And the values is a long list, so I'm not gonna put you guys through that, but I'm dropping out a little bit of a knowledge so you guys get a little head start on tube orders, and there you go. So I'm gonna keep studying, and I'll see you guys later. What is up, guys? It's currently after school. I am driving. I'm at a red light now. Today we pretty much just did the practice exam in the morning after the actual exam, because I remember I was studying for an exam for like the class itself, and I ended up getting a 94, so I'm very happy about that. So I did very good. And then after that, we did the NHA practice exams, which I'll show you all the notes I wrote down, because we were allowed to write down the questions we got wrong and the right answers. So a lot of times practice tests are going to repeat itself or have similar questions to it with the same answer. So it's good to kind of have that to study off. It's great studying material, by the way, but I'll show you guys that when I get home, or I'll probably post a picture of it. So we did that. We did pretty much book work all day. I'm fine with it. It was great practice. You learn a lot. You do a lot of things that has to do with the CPT certification. And that's a great way to study. I know I'm rambling on, but I'm trying to focus on driving. It's always hectic after school. You get people cutting you off, and that's how people drive down here. But what was I saying? Yeah, so we did the practice exam, and then we went to lunch. So I had my lunch, picked up something quick to eat, because I didn't bring anything. Normally I try to eat healthy, but I ate fast food. Probably why I'm breaking out and stuff like that, because all the greasiness. And then after lunch, she gave us assignments to do. They were like the tube orders, so like she would give you like an additive, and you would have to know which one to draw first out of all the additives in a certain list. So you draw this one first, 1, 2, 3, 1 through 5 or whatever. Or she'll give you a test, and you're supposed to label which one would you draw first, and then you had to label it 1 through 5 or whatever the case was. And then we did that for a while, so that was a good practice as well. And then she gave us questions, actual questions, NHA questions pretty much, to kind of help us get ready for the practice exam, because like it's gonna be a few days until we take the next one, because it won't be until Monday. And we're not taking the CPT on not this Monday coming up, but next Monday after that. So we have a whole week of doing practice exams. So it's basically 5 exams left of the practice ones, and then Monday we take the certification test. So that's literally how the schedule's going. So it's like I said, it's nothing but book work, nothing too interesting. All the fun stuff I already have, like all the sticks and stuff. So the fun is already gone. So it's nothing but staring at the computer the whole time. I'm going to be doing that for a few months after that as well. So we'll be doing AOP before we go to clinicals, and we received our clinical sites today as well. So that was really exciting news. Speaking of clinicals, I'm very happy. I got the site that I wanted, because I wanted something that was near my house, and two, that I know would be flexible when I do nursing school. And I ended up getting that by luck, and I'm very happy about that. And I'm excited to start too, but it's not until May 17th, so we have quite a bit. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened today. So I will talk to you guys when I get home. It's safer. So what's up, guys? I didn't really record much when I got inside, but I decided to show pictures of what I did. So I'm sure you guys saw it in the clip before. But like I said, nothing much happened. Got home, got dressed, played some basketball for cardio, and that's pretty much my day, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It wasn't too crazy, but like that's the side of medical assisting school that people don't realize. There's gonna be a lot of book work before you can do a lot of cool hands-on stuff. And like I said, clinical start within a month. I'm excited. I'm happy. Can't wait to do my clinical site. So I can't wait to really show you guys that journey. And so like I said, I hope you guys enjoy the vlog. Smash that like button, subscribe, follow me on all my social medias. Comment down below what else you guys like to know about medical assisting school, or if you guys want me to make a video on things you should know before you join, I'll be happy to make a video about that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. I don't know if I said it. So peace.